Rikers Island Stories. Today, we got Rikers Island Stories. We're going to talk about a lot of things. We got a good dude here that I happen to think personally is a pretty good dude. I'm not going to front and be like, from time to time, I watch his content. I think he's also funny from time to time, charismatic, and an awesome storyteller. And I give props where props is due here on the Lockout Podcast. You know how we've been doing this. We got our guy, Nate Almighty. And Nate Almighty, if you punch in Nate Almighty, because it's Nate Almighty Music and Entertainment, the name of his channel. I like to keep it real, and 90% of the time I try to remember to say their channel in the beginning, because you could tell when a dude is not trying to help you, he's not trying to do nothing for you, because he'll get your story and he'll say your channel all the way at the end where nobody's gonna see that, bro. So it's Nate Almighty Music and Entertainment. You just punch in Nate Almighty, is gonna come out. And I'm laughing because we were just talking about that. Nate, your first time on Rikers Island, maybe you want to tell us about that. How was it for you? Were you shook?
Yeah. All right, so I only been to Rikers Island one time because I'm not like these other lucky niggas where they get to go home. Like, for some reason with me, every time I got arrested, I had to sit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when I was the juvie, I had to sit. I was in high school already on probation for 5 years for a robbery charge. So one day after school, cause I had got into some static with some DDP niggas, right, in high school.
All right, you know DDP, for the people that don't know, is one of the first Dominican popping gangs in New York that were lit, though. What it stands for, just so they can know.
Dominicans don't play, and they was not soft. They was not soft. They was tough. Facts. You know what I'm saying? But I basically, you know, in my pursuit of maintaining a certain level of clout, you could say in high school, I got into it with the DDP cats, but that's not why I got locked up. I ended up getting locked up as the end result of me getting into it with the DDP cats, and then them saying, "Hey, listen, we gonna run down on you after school, and like we gonna stab you." You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? In the Bronx, you already know, man. Like Dominican dudes, you mess around and they pull out a machete and chop your arm off. You know what I mean? So from that point on, for like a week straight, I started having like a couple of my mans meet me at my school after school. You know what I'm saying? So I went to school. If you're familiar with the Bronx, I went to a school called Leadership Institute by Crotona Park. You know what I'm saying? So it's a Wendy's right up the block from the school. We used to hang out at the Wendy's every day. But this was at a moment in time where I was being like a bully, like a stupid kid. Like, me and my man used to walk around all day. We used to ride the train, slap dudes, and the girls that used to be with us, they used to beat up their girls. We used to just start fights every day. On this particular day of school, I started a fight with this Spanish kid because I'm thinking anybody Spanish that I don't know is potentially DDP, right? Ignorant, very ignorant, borderline racist, even though I don't have a racist bone in my body. But you know, when you 16, 17, 18, it's like you trying to find your footing in the world and you getting involved in the streets. You basically being stupid for clout. You being stupid thinking you being tough. You being a bully thinking you being tough when actually you just being a bitch. You know what I'm saying? So I picked on the one dude. I slapped one dude. He just goes in Wendy's. He don't say nothing. But he with a couple of his friends. I slapped that dude. He throws a punch at me, boom. My friend swings on him. It begins to be a big rumble. So I get locked up the day after that because I go to school just so I can hear about how lit I was. The D's was already waiting for me after school. So boom, I get locked up for that. That was a gang assault that ended up being a robbery charge, right? So now I'm going to Rikers Island. I already heard many stories about Rikers Island, being that, like I said, if you're familiar with the Bronx, I am from Cortlandt Avenue, Morris Avenue, Park Avenue. You know what I'm saying? These are really wild places in the Bronx.
You said Morris and Park?
Yeah, like Morris Avenue, Park Avenue.
Respectfully, I go there every other week. I'm there, Morris and Park. Facts. By Yankee Stadium.
Exactly. By
the courts.
Exactly. Like a lot of crazy shit went down by the courthouse. A lot of crazy shit. Like I'm talking about, we looking for our enemies. We know they got to go to court one day. We know that, you know what I'm saying? But I get arrested for that, and now I'm on my way to Rikers Island. I already was hearing stories, you know what I'm saying? Now, was I shook? No, but was I worried and concerned? Absolutely, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't never gonna go out there and lie and say that I was the biggest gangster and I was the biggest bully, none of that. What I was somebody who, I just had a code, period, you know what I'm saying? My code is that whoever I'm riding with them, and I stand on self-respect, dignity, you know what I'm saying? I still didn't know what I was in for, but I get to Rikers Island. They had me in, I think it was Mod 4 Lower, in the Mods.
You're right. I was in Mod 4 Lower. It was lit.
It's an intake. It's an intake, right? So you usually there 4 or 5 days, max 6, 7 days, and then they bring you to a regular crib. So while I'm in there with my co-defendant, but he ends up getting bail. I ended up getting a $1 bail in the hole because I was on probation already. So okay. I'm in there. I'm lucky because one of my mans from the hood, who was my co-defendant from my charge that I went to juvie for, he was still on the island. He was already on the island doing this thing. My man Diddy, you feel me? So he's being the SPA. For those of y'all who don't know what the SPA is, these are people who, you know, either they in the crib that they living in or they in another crib and they doing like little funny stuff, like making sure people not killing themselves, all type of other stuff. But also they go to other houses and they be like trying to like extort niggas and shit.
Facts. So, they want the watches. They want everything.
Exactly. So my man Diddy is there and he tells me, he like, yo, listen, here's the rules if you want to maintain some self-respect. He like, first and foremost, the first nigga disrespect you, you got to take off on them. You can't even play. You got to take off on them or you going to be fooled, period. You know what I'm saying? This was a time where...
What year was that? Because I was in Mod 4 Lower. I was in Mod 4 Lower, but I was in Mod 4 Lower like in the early 90s, like 90.
Oh, nah.
It wasn't intake, it was population, so it must have changed.
Yeah. I mean, man, if you was there in the 90s, man, that's Mad Max. That's the Terror Dome, man, compared to... I was there 2008.
Okay. Oh, okay, got it.
So by the time I got there, you're not allowed to walk around with jewelry like that. You're not allowed to... What you add is your clothes, your nice clothes, if they let you have it, and you add your sneakers, but they only let us wear Reeboks.
Okay, the classics.
The classics, yeah. The gummies was the highest thing on the food chain.
Yeah, facts.
The gummy bottoms and all that. But anyway, I'm in Mod 4 Lower. Diddy is telling me everything. He like, yo, listen, if you really want to make a statement, you go in there and you take the crib. You go in there, you turn the TV off.
And you like, yo, what's up, Max?
He said, but yo, check it. Nobody know you. Nobody gonna vouch for you. You getting spanked out that crib. You getting spanked out of there. You getting spanked. You know what I'm saying? So he breaking it all down for me. He like, yo, but don't worry. It's a couple dudes like from the hood that's in here. Like Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's this legendary nigga from my block named Banco who was doing his thing all throughout that building. So once I'm there and I'm telling people where I'm from, everybody, no matter who they are, they're like, yo, you know, Banco? You know, Banco is down the third. I'm like, damn, they on this nigga dick. I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? So I'm realizing early on that at least for Harlem and the Bronx, my block holds some type of weight. Facts. So that's why, as a neutral dude, then when I say neutral, I mean like not Blood, not Crip, not Latin King, not Patria, not ABG, because all that other stuff, it really don't count. It's neutral. If you ain't one of the top 5 gangs, you are neutral. You know
I try to tell these dudes, and it's still like that till today.
Exactly. So I'm realizing that my block got like clout. You know what I'm saying? So it's making it easier for me to accept the fact that I'm gonna be here for a while. Even though, like I said, I'm still in mall for a lower intake. So I'm watching SBAs come in. They tap a dude's shoulder. They're like, yo, where you from? What you bang? Hey, yo, give me your PIN number. They're like, hey, yo, give me your PIN number. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching dudes just go in their pocket and just give it up. And then I'm watching them just be fooled. Once you give them your PIN number, then they're like, yo, put these sweatpants on. Give me those jeans.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they're like, yo, take these old Reeboks. Give me those that you got on right now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then I run into another dude who just came in from my block. His name was A Boogie, you know what I'm saying? So it was kind of cool, the intake, but then I went to 5 Main. Now, when I went to 5 Main, I got smoked for like 2-3 days straight.
Yeah, I don't mean to laugh. It's the way you say it, which is cool. Go ahead,
I got smoked. Oh, look, I got my boots spanked. It's cool.
That's right. I
got my boots spanked, man.
Nate, real dudes, people get it twisted. All these so-called gangsters, and you was banging like that, and nothing never happened to you? Because we was banging, homie. And when you do gangster shit is going to happen. But go ahead.
You don't get jumped, you're not a threat. It's as simple as that, man.
When you do it to real dudes, when you just a bully spanking soft dudes, nothing happens to you because you spanking pepes. Yeah.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So how that went was I get in there, you know what I'm saying? They questioning me. They're like, yo, so here's the program. The program is we ask you for a phone call, you give up the phone call. On comments every day, we're going to slide a list under your cell, blah, blah, blah. They're like, do you respect the program?
Nah, I ain't with it.
I'm like, what program? Like, are you with it? Yeah. I'm like, I'm not
That's
with
what they ask.
Like,
you with it or you not with it? Yeah, facts.
You say that, so you going to be a problem? I'm like, I ain't a problem. I'm just saying I'm not with it. You know what I'm saying? Right. So then I didn't even realize this was a possibility. I realized immediately my first night in 5 Main that the COs
they down with it,
are with it, and they helping shit go down so they can maintain, you know what I'm saying, a power balance.
Facts.
So they don't got to do like extra paperwork and all other shit like that.
The inmates are running the jail for them. They sit back.
Exactly. So they got the inmates feeling like they're the real bosses, but they not really the bosses. If anything, they the biggest house niggas. You know what I'm saying? So you feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? So the CO comes to my gate. He like, so you gonna be a problem? I'm like, what you mean? What you mean? He like, hey, you asked for it. He like, you asked for it, so boom. I come out, I'm standing up, because, you know, my man Diddy was like, yo, listen, either you going to pull a chair or you going to stand up. You pull a chair and you not like Blood or Crip or Lion King or whatever, you not going to get a fair one. They're going to spank you. So you get spanked on sight. They're like, so if you ain't trying to get spanked immediately, stand up and say, yo, listen, I want to fight so I can rock. I'm not with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's the exact words. I'm not with it. You got to say
exactly. So I'm standing up. I ain't really saying nothing. They just questioning me. They like, yo, so where you from? You know what I'm saying? What you banging, all of that? I'm like, yo, listen, man, I'm from Cortland. They like, you from Cortland? One of my men who was blood, he was on the other side of 5 me. My man, Kurt Flirt. They're like, oh, where Kurt Flirt is over there. We gonna see if Kurt Flirt knows something about you, right? So, but they like, yo, but listen though, you only got like until such and such time to either sit down or, you know what I'm saying? Like they kind of like, right? So anyways, it's time to lock in. As I'm going to my cell, couple dudes running the cell, they spanked me, boom.
Oh, yeah.
They spanked me, I held it down. They're like, hey, you gonna hold it down? I'm like, yeah.
That's
the CO comes, he like, yo, you need to go to the infirmary or anything. Like, he trying to like test my might.
Right.
I'm like, nah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? The next day in the morning, they spanked me again. But I came out and I'm standing up again. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm saying though, they just at this point they just spanking you like meet like running over you like road runner. Like, yo, he came out, meet.
I mean, like I'm getting a couple of hits in, but it's like I'm getting jumped. So what really I'm gonna do? It's like it's not for that long.
All right, but I'm saying you came out and you just waiting for something to go like boom, like it's swing on you. Or...
No, they was being slick about it, like,
okay. Like yo,
they
you
was
good?
Being like slick about it, like catching me when I'm going in my cell and shit.
Bully
and I was
shit,
thinking
bully.
like I'm thinking like I might pop it off, but I'm like, if I leave here, I'm just gonna have to start this whole process again. So I was kind of like being defiant.
Yeah,
you know
like this is where y'all gonna have to accept me here, because this is where I want to chill. Yeah, I get it.
So the end of that day, after they spanked me like my first full day there, because they got me that night, and then earlier that morning they got me again. I was still just standing up. And I was like eating my food, standing up and shit. They like, all right, so you wanna rock? You gotta fight him. So then they picked this dude. We fought. I beat him up. I beat him up. I ain't gonna say like I spanked him like I mopped the floor with him, but I won.
Yeah, that's right.
I won. You know what I'm saying? I won. And then I was rocking after that. I was just rocking. You know what I'm saying? And I waited a little while. I observed what was going on, and then I started participating in what I call now the fuckery, which is instigating fights between other people. You know what I'm saying? Participating in extortion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I ended up getting cool with some of the same dudes that spanked me. But it's like, I was like, you know what I call not being a gang member on the main team, but being somebody that's good? It's like medieval times. It's like the king would be the king, but the king had like advisors.
Yeah, I understand clearly. Yeah,
the king had like advisors and people who, if they was cool with them and they trusted them, they'd come to you and they'd be like, yo, I was like one of those kind of dudes. But I still, not being a gang member, I still had to deal with the dudes being like, yo, man, you not blood.
Right. Like, why he's like, always here?
You not Crip, but I was like, fortunately for me, I lucked out and I was in 5 man with like either both of them or one of them was neutral. I know one of them for sure was neutral. This was this short dude from Brooklyn. His name was like Woody or like Woodbury or something. Official, short nigga, dark skin, cornrows. He was locked up for like an attempt murder or something. He had the crib for like 6 months. Like he was dead, solidified. Like, and he was neutral. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he didn't view it he didn't run the crib from a gang politics rules all. He ruled it from if you're official, if you're not a follower, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're not, you know what I'm saying? So me and him was able to like build and talk. Someone else on the team like had an issue with me. He'd be like, yo, nah. Like, if y'all want to get the one on, y'all get the one on. but nobody gonna jump him. You know what I'm saying? So
that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. So that was just like the beginning, man. Humble beginnings, getting spanked. I ended up getting moved out of there like a couple months later because there was this Patria dude who came from up top. He had a court date, but he was on the other side. I popped it off on him in the corridor. This is some big dude. Some big dude. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know he had the whole building for Patria at the time.